Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name is Chuck Woodin, joined by my co-host, Katrina Kat Zigwolf.
Hello.
Katrina, as always, I mean, it's great to have you.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Donna is off today.
Yep.
She's taking care of some things, and she'll be back in the future, hopefully.
If not, I got her back.
Okay, it's good. It's we have a good time up here. If the viewers could only see before the show.
We need a blooper reel, yeah.
Ryan, it's great to have you back.
Welcome. Welcome back, Chuck.
You know, it's for the viewers, just to get this just pure disclosure, we've been laughing a lot the last couple minutes, and we're trying to get it out of our system.
We've been out for 2 seasons, so we're a little thumping and bumping to get back on the rails.
We're a little rusty, and but we're having fun. We took the spring and summer off.
Yeah, yep.
This is the second show coming back, so hopefully after the first show, we got most of the rust off. We had Ryan with us on the first show, and we talked about Everlasting Veteran, does a podcast and all that. One thing we want to get to first is, if you watch the first show, what we're doing now is we're giving a shout out to a veteran every show now. The shout out for this episode is Mr. Camelo Ravida of Bristol. He's a World War II Navy veteran who just celebrated his 102nd birthday.
Wow.
On October 12th. And, that was, we're in 25 right now.
Mm-hmm. You've seen some action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a big shout out to Camelo. Congratulations on your birthday. With that being said, veteran?
Veteran.
Where did you serve? What branch?
U.S. Army, 2nd Cavalry Regiment in Germany. Deployed with them to Afghanistan. Was served from 2009 to 2017. And then when I got out of active duty, I was with the 103rd Rhode Island Artillery.
Good. On behalf of the viewers, us here at the Veterans Corner, we want to thank you for your service.
I appreciate it.
And it's great seeing you again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
At least 7 minutes, yeah.
Well, it's Ryan was on the show before. It had to be about a year ago.
It was about a year ago, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Everlasting Veteran and
The dogs. You brought dogs.
Yeah, we brought some dogs on the show.
Yeah.
We have
held the friendship for the whole episode.
Yeah.
we have so many guests. I'm thinking about. I was talking to Donna about putting together a database of some sort.
Oh, neat.
So it will jog your memory of who we had and when.
Yeah.
Because we see so many guests there. This is episode 320, and we started this back in 2013.
I've been here for 3 years.
The first 100 episodes did it by myself, and then we did the co-hosts, and it's worked great since. It was one of the best moves I did. But anyways, with that being said,
all right.
why don't we jump right into it, Kat?
Sure. So, Ryan Landry, you are the HMS I see at the Veterans Rally Point in Norwich, Connecticut. It's right by the Dodd Stadium, for those of you who are looking for it. So, what specific part of the Veterans Rally Point work makes you feel most purposeful every morning? And can you share the moment that you got that personal connection that made you want to go get into this line of work?
Yeah, so diving into serving people, all of us as veterans, we have something in us that wants to serve. After service, I went into policing for 11 and a half years, continuing that service. And then, when I get to a point in my life when I'm able to also give back to veterans that I served with and veterans of the community and the community in general, it has a everlasting impact to the community as a whole. And it's the most rewarding when you're able to connect with others that you may not have served at the same time, So one of the members we have there, we are 39 years apart, and our deployments are exactly 39 years apart.
Wow.
But we share a common bond that we are able to serve our country. We're proud of that, and we're able to come together as though we just served with each other in the same unit. And being able to share stories, the power of storytelling is one of the things that I lead with when I do podcasting, and what brought me up to Veterans Rally Point. And there's a healing aspect to it. And when I'm able to talk with somebody and be able to share my experience, which also then in turn allows them to heal in their own way, it creates a stronger bond. And that's where it brings me more purpose in my life.
You helped me get in touch with the Sergeant Fox Foundation or organization.
Yeah, Sergeant Fox is a grant program which we have at Veterans Rally Point. So it focuses on suicide prevention. It's a federal VA grant, and we have a team that is part of the Veterans Rally Point team. And we just expanded into Hartford County at the Windsor location for Eastern Seals Capital Region in Eastern Connecticut. And, you know, we have part of the team also down at Veterans Rally Point, and it's made up of combat veterans right now. The majority of all of us that are at Veterans Rally Point are veterans or have a family member that served. And so we have a common core connection to be able to have a conversation with each other to get through the day-to-day.
Yeah, I've been out for 25 years, and this is the first time I've been able to get a case manager to help me navigate, didn't get the medical care that I need. And it's, I'm so grateful to be able to just dump it on somebody and like, just handle it, would you?
Yeah.
Be the bigger pain in the butt.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too, when we connect with somebody that has traveled a similar journey, we're able to be vulnerable. We're able to take that armor off a little bit, let that guard down. And the atmosphere we create at Veterans Rally Point, it's a community. And, you know, we go out and we spread that word. We're able to mentor others. Maybe they haven't served, right? But we're able to take those values and what we've learned as a community together as veterans and go out and make impact in the community as well.
Now they have a great workout room. They've got crafts, maker space. They've got a food pantry. They got all kinds of stuff there. Computer courses, resume writing, and I'm in their broadcasting class. So can you describe a single journey or family or something you were able, your Veterans Rally Point really helped become a turning point for them in their progress forward?
Yeah, so one of the big things that I drive with is the power of storytelling. The power of storytelling is not just in a newsroom setting, it's life. It's our story, right? And being able to process and understand what we've been through a little bit deeper allows us to be able to connect a little bit deeper, it allows us to heal. So with that, we're able to find our own purpose again in a different way. And the Gallup's 5 elements of well-being of community, social, physical, and financial, and career, you may be retired, but career and purpose are hand in hand. So it switches more for a purpose-driven thing. So you have people that volunteer a lot after retirement. So finding your purpose again, what that is, your why. And that's one of the most important things as people that naturally want to connect with others. We don't want to be alone, right? Yeah. But when we isolate because we're not ready to be vulnerable yet, that's where we come in. We come in as a team. We rally together to be able to be there for the community because we understand. We've been there.
You're like, I want to hang out with people, but leave me alone.
Yeah,
it's hard. So when you get around other veterans, you're like, okay, I don't have to explain everything to you because you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest things with dialogue when it comes to the veteran community is genuine.
Yeah.
Being genuine, being the person that you are. And I think that's why the veteran community is able to connect so quickly, is because we have something in common.
Yep, and they even I've come in and just sat in the chairs in front of the fake fireplace and you just kind of decompress sometimes. You don't know what to do. It's like, I just need to be somewhere that's nothing, you know.
I remember in the very beginning when Beth Pritchard was here, Ron, our commissioner, they were coming on the show in the very beginning stages of Rally Point. So it's nice to see over the years, how it's progressed into what it is now.
Yeah. And you're up to your eyeballs. What do you get out of doing all this?
Well, I've talked about it before, and the thing is when you you're in a line of service and you're pouring into others, you have to learn how to lean in.
Yeah.
Right? Lean into the community in which you serve because you're part of that community. Right? So being as vulnerable as you're asking people to be allows you to also allow them to pour into you. So at the end of the day, a lot of times when I was a police officer, you're burnt out, right? You're pouring into strangers that you may not be able to relate to the life that they're talking about.
Yeah.
But when you connect with a veteran and you find your community, you find your why, you're able to lean in, even if it's not work, right? It's not work. It is a sense of community. It's a sense of connection.
It's that camaraderie.
Yes.
It's the camaraderie,
Yeah.
right? It's finding the brothers and the sisters to your left and your right after service and what that looks like. And, it's a fitting name. A rally point is something we use in service we all connect with. It's a place where we can come together as a community and be able to connect and share stories such as like peer meetup on Wednesdays. Everybody loves food. Food is connection. It's a language, right? So when you have something in common, we all have to eat, right? It naturally is that icebreaker that allows people to have that genuine conversation and create that atmosphere where it doesn't feel pressure to ramble and talk.
Yeah.
Well, when that veteran's out in the community, it might even be with family, friends. They don't open up.
No.
They don't open up, but when they go to the center, rally point, and they experience what you're talking about, that's their cue.
Well, and a lot of guys, once they see somebody open up and just dump the wagon, they're like, "Oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things I want to get off my chest that it's in my rucksack. I got to
They
unload."
feel safe.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. One of the things with me along my journey, and I've been very clear, is that, I'm managing it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right. My wife knows that I have a time limit, right? When we go out to Costco, right? Love Costco. I hate coming back with stuff I don't need, but I have limits sometimes, right? Where crowds still is a thing once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
And just understanding when those limits are and being able to lean into people for support for it. And so they have an understanding and you don't feel like you have to be awkward about it.
Well, and when I'm out with civilians, I'm like, I just set it all aside for when I talk to veterans again. I'm like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe that. I can tell them and they understand what the pain is. It's like,
Right.
I don't even take my husband shopping because he calls it time traveling. I'll go in on a Tuesday and come out on a Thursday. So,
Yeah.
but when I'm with other civilians, then I'm like, oh my God, how long is it? You said half hour. It's been 37 minutes. Come on. I need to get to the door. So.
Yeah, one of the great things that we've started at Veterans Rally Point on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock alternating is the combat support group and emotional regulation. And, starting next week, carrying on, I'll be at those meetups at Rally Point where we can just have honest discussion and just have dialogue.
Yeah.
Right? And be able to share our stories. And the power of storytelling, I've said it over and over, with the healing aspect. You don't know when the time is that you're going to fully heal from something. And a lot of times life, there's a continuous healing journey. And when you continuously have the dialogue, you're able to bring stuff up that you may have forgot about. And then you kind of figure out what those triggers are maybe, and you're able to manage it a little bit better.
Yeah.
So continuing the dialogue is very important.
It is.
It
You
is.
take a break, you're starting from ground zero again.
Right.
As a director, how do you cultivate and protect a deep sense of empathy and non-judgment within your team? This is a two-part question, actually. We'll start with that one.
Which one do you want me to start with, Chuck?
Well, we'll start with the first one that we just read.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing with cultivating, protecting a deep sense of empathy, one of the things is trust. When you're able to build trust, and whether it's on a team with coworkers that you have or members of the community which you're a part of, one of the things that I learned when I took Clifton Strengths that it's 32 out of 34 for me of empathy. Doesn't mean that I'm not an empathetic person. It's just how I think.
Yeah.
To have a deeper understanding for myself to be able to then be more of an empathetic person in a outward facing way. And the judgment side to things, a lot of times that weight comes off immediately when you start talking to a veteran, right? And we can spot each other across the room,
Oh, yeah.
right? Whether it's a pin, whether it's the camo hat you're wearing and stuff like
walk.
that.
The
walk,
stance.
right?
Yep.
We all puff our shoulders up when we get near each other. It's the sniff test, right? Right? This person a veteran, what's going on here, you know? And
I get mistaken for security a lot.
yeah,
So, yes,
yeah. Where
still stand.
the world bouncer is walking around, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the deep sense of empathy and a non-judgment when we're working with team. You also have to keep in mind we are veterans serving the community that we're a part of, and it's very important to have an open dialogue as a team, and we foster that at Veterans Rally Point, because just as much as we pour into people in which we serve, we also have to pour into each other as a team to continue that going. Otherwise, you reach burnout. That's what happens a lot of times.
Yeah. And once you hit that burnout stage, may it be a veteran, first responder, you really have to tackle that immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a life of its own. Then it gets
Yeah.
going.
How do you ensure your staff members? This is the second question. Second part
Ready.
of that question.
Got it.
Okay.
So we were having way too much fun between episodes.
You know, it's like we had said in the first show, first part of the two-parter. This is all serious stuff, but occasionally we got to bring a little bit of humor to it. So here we go. How do you ensure your staff members are not just doing a job, but truly connected to the heart of the Rally Point mission?
So it's a deep question, right? So I'm gonna peel this onion back a little bit. A lot of times people have talked about your job's, not who you are, it's what you do.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit different when it comes to your being part of the community as a veteran, right? It is who you are, and it should also be what you do, because being genuine as a veteran, to be able to connect with the community in which you serve, you're serving your brothers and your sisters to your left and your right in a different way after service. So you do have to look at it as this is not a job, right? This is being there for the people that also served, just like we were there for each other in service. So to me, I don't feel like it's a job at all, and I'm able to strive for that connection. The same reason why people are coming through the doors is the same reason why I'm in the position I'm at Veterans Rally Point, because I strive for that same connection. I strive for, that heartbeat, that pulse of the community when I got out of service is, who do I connect with? Where are my brothers and sisters, right? Because we spread out a little bit more. And it just means we have to find that connection just like we did when we went into service. We find it in a different way.
And when you're doing all this to help veterans heal and grow and progress and transition back into the civilian world, you're basically having to swim through their traumas with you. So how do you recharge yourself or sustain the passion without getting dragged down?
So it's that being vulnerable with somebody, because trauma is trauma, right? And it brings up feelings. It can cultivate feelings that you thought that you've been able to move past. But at the same time, when you're vulnerable with somebody going through their own moment, you're able to have that empathy. You're able to be relatable and build rapport. And one of the things that I've learned over time, and it's not you're providing service, but also at the same time they're providing service to you.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a back and forth, a give and take, and allows you also to heal through stuff you may not realize that you haven't healed completely from yet.
Something shakes loose, or
it shakes
you
loose
fix
a
one
little
thing
bit.
and something else pops up.
Yeah,
It's
and
whack-a-mole.
it's one of those things as a community.
And
You
a lot
go-
of veterans don't realize it, don't do the trauma comparisons. Your trauma's worse than mine, so I don't deserve the help. It's like, your trauma's your trauma. Do what you need to do to get whole again. So just for those out there like, well, I didn't see combat. Doesn't mean you didn't have a terrible episode of something. And the term rally point suggests place of gathering. So how have you worked, what have you done to make it more like an extended family that welcomes people in instead of just another service organization?
Yeah, I mean, since the inception of it, November 11th of 2021. I sat in the parking lot in a police cruiser, right? And I said, what is this place, right? I was working midnights at the time. And, you know, the lights to the flagpoles, you know, were on. And in the middle of the darkness, my 11 to 7 shift. And, you know, at the time, I was striving for that connection. And I saw Veterans Rally Point, and I said, well, I'm a veteran. I see a gym. What is this place? And, you know, there's many times where I would get off of work at 7 and, you know, their doors open to 8, you know. And the first time I walked through those doors, I felt at home.
Yeah.
The deeper connection I was striving for ever since I got out of active duty in 2012, you know, took me on a journey of 12 years to find that deeper connection. And, you know, I'm still striving for more of it, right? Because striving for perfection, and once you reach perfection, means that you don't have to grow anymore, right?
Yeah, you got to keep going.
You got to keep going, right? So even as one of the directors at the facility, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And that's any message that I've had any conversations with any veterans coming to talk to me or anybody else is we're a work in progress, right? Anybody, doesn't matter if you're a veteran or not, there's always room for growth.
Yeah.
And it's not free. So if you're always trying to figure out how to make the bills and pay the rent, if funding and resources were not an obstacle, where would you take this? What's your main goal with that?
Yeah, so at Veterans Rally Point, you know, everything that we offer right now is free membership to coming through the doors, wraparound services. And, you know, if the sky's the limit is, you know, putting a Veterans Rally Point in every state.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
Right.
great.
Veterans Rally Point in every state where, you know, if you move, right, you're
Connected.
It continues.
It continues. You may have a different case manager, but things travel with you, right?
Consistent. Yeah.
It's a consistent
continuity
thing.
is something we don't experience when we're
Yeah.
trying to get help. That's
Yeah.
a real struggle.
And you know, the VA is there, and the VA has come leaps and bounds and doing an amazing job right now for the veteran community. We all have our bumps in the road, and I've had them, you know, with appointments. But you know, one of the things that I've found is that constructive feedback sometimes isn't talked about, right?
Yeah.
So we all don't have the answers, and we're still human, you know. So opening that dialogue to, you know, what we can do better at Veterans Rally Point, what the VA can do better.
Sometimes you think you're doing great and you're like, what starfish? I don't see
Yeah,
any starfish. You need
yeah.
somebody to tell you,
Yeah.
hey, if you make an adjustment, this would be helpful.
We have 2 minutes left. A minute and a half.
Over to you.
Let's hit one more question, and then I'm going to give out the information for Donna. And Ryan, this is a one question thing. I just want to let you know.
One part.
One part. When your time as director at Rally Point concludes, what is the emotional legacy, the feeling of it or impact on the culture that you truly hope people will remember you for?
Mindset,
Yeah.
right? Mindset shifts. People continuing to find better and improved ways to be able to break through when we put those blinders on. And, you know, mindset shifts are so powerful. They can be positive and negative, but when they're positive, the sky's the limit on creativity of how we can serve each other in the veteran community. And, you know, I've talked about it many a times before with the community, you can't have unity and you can't be together truly without saying, I'm here for you, right? Finding some common ground. The best thing for a community is having people with so many different opinions, right, coming together to be able to say, hey, this is what I think, because then we can get perspective from each other and grow.
Yeah. And work together.
So being in that mindset, having positive mindset is what I would like to be remembered for.
That mindset nowadays needs to definitely be injected into society. Without saying any more on that. But listen, Ryan, it was great to have you back.
I appreciate it.
2-part series. You know, for the viewers, it was episode 319
320.
and 320.
Yep.
So with that being said, Army Strong Community Center. It's located at 111 North Main Street in Bristol, Connecticut. It's the City Hall, room 111, ground floor. Website is vetstronginc.org, VETSTRONGINC.org. Great resources. It's not just for veterans, veteran families. If you have a question, get in touch with Donna.
They know people.
Yeah, they know people. And one number that we're always giving out now, starting with this fall rotation, every show we're going to do it, Veteran Crisis Line. If you know a veteran is severely in depression or suicidal, dial 988, press 1. I had said 0 the last show. I corrected myself, though. It's 988 1. I'm doing that without my glasses. Veterans Crisis Line. Please write that down. Put it on your fridge for everyone in the veteran community. With that being said, once again,
Thank you.
thanks. It was great seeing
Appreciate
you.
it.
Look forward to having you back
Absolutely.
for an update. We've always given Rally Point all the support. We love to let the viewers know what's going on with it.
I'll see you back at the rally point. Thank you for
Absolutely.
making time for us.
And come to the Rally Point and check me out, 24
Great
Stott
stuff.
Ave in Norwich.
Yeah. With that being said, we want to thank the viewers for watching. Thanks for being here. Until the next time, good night.
Nick Augustino right here at the East Side Restaurant. We always have the complete full dinner menu. Knockwurst, bratwurst, sauerbraten, potato pancakes, red cabbage, rice pudding, cream pies, all the desserts that Germany had to offer. I always do something different. Yes, I do. I brought seafood to the beer garden at the East Side Restaurant. East Side Restaurant, your German destination restaurant in Connecticut. Tiki-taka, hoy, hoy, hoy!